guys, so for today's video I am doing another full face first impressions makeup tutorial. I love doing these videos and you guys love watching them, so I figured why not do another one, because I'm literally drowning in new makeup and I'm loving it. Literally right before I was about to film this video I was thinking about, because I knew I was getting some new makeup products in the mail, but I was thinking to myself, oh, it's too bad that I don't have them already for the video, because it would be so much fun to include them. For example, the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. But the doorbell literally just rang right before I turned on the camera, and guess what came in? My Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm so excited. But not only that, take a look. I just got this from Tarte. Dang. Hello. First of all, can we talk about that sequin background though? Second of all, can we talk about the fact that they came out with the highlight? And then, got that Modern Renaissance palette. So excited. I have been waiting for this beauty. The Modern Renaissance palette. This is probably the best. I haven't even opened it yet, but I've seen it all over social media. It's probably the best Anastasia palette that they've ever come out with. Shout out to Norvina because she killed it. How beautiful is this? This video is already going to be long enough, so let's just go ahead, stop talking, and get on. Okay, so starting off with foundation, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I couldn't wait to try this foundation, so I tried it before you guys, like before filming this video. I'm sorry, but I couldn't wait. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. Again, I was so impatient, I just couldn't wait till this video to try it, so I already tried it, but it's new. I've only tried it twice, so I'm still excited to kind of use it in today's video to show you guys how it performs and how I like to apply it. This is in the shade N4. I'm curious if it's going to be too light for me because I'm super tan right now, and when I tried it out I was like on the last days of my tan. But anyways, so the way I like to use this, I like to take my beauty blender and just dip it in. You guys know I'm not afraid of full coverage, so I kind of give it a good dip even though a lot does come out. And then I just apply it like that, so it makes it so easy. But this stuff is really, really nice. It's not super full coverage. I would say it's like a nice medium coverage, but it's so buildable, so I'm able to put like 2 layers of it on. And you see how easy that was to apply? And look how flawless it looks on the skin. Like, it just looks so healthy. And if you're just like running errands, this is really nice. To kind of just give you more of a natural look. And I actually love the cushion effect because I don't have to get my fingers dirty with applying the foundation on my finger and then having to put it on the face. So this to me is like the perfect quick running errands foundation, as well as just everyday like glam look even you could do. I feel like this is so versatile. Like when I'm in a rush, this is great because I just take my beauty blender, dip it in, and that's it. Okay, so the next thing I want to test out is this Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Effect Radiant Glow Concealer. This is in the shade, I think it's fair/light. Yeah, very fair/light. I'm so excited to try this because I've heard good things. I think Norvina said she loved it. And I'm like a concealer junkie, you guys know me. I'm going to use the pointy side of the beauty blender. Ooh, I really like this. It looks so like flawless and natural. Do you guys see that? It looks so like pretty and natural. It definitely could be like, ideally I would like it to be a little bit fuller coverage, but I wouldn't classify it as light coverage. I would say maybe medium. It's actually reminding me of a lighter coverage version of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Like the formula is like pretty much the same as the Urban Decay one. It's just less coverage. Oh my god, I got so excited to jump into foundation, I just realized I forgot to prime my face. Oh well, moving on, I'm going to use a couple cream products to contour or bronze and highlight. So I recently got this Sephora I Heart Cushion Bronzer that I hauled in my Sephora haul. I have been dying to try this, you guys don't even know. Like, this looks like such a cool, interesting product. It's a bronzer, but in cushion form, just like the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation. So when you press into it, you get a bronzer, and it looks so nice. And from the swatch, I could tell that it dries to like a nice powdery finish. I'm gonna try it out with like a duo fiber brush, but this is like a more smaller one, just so it can actually fit in here. And I'm just gonna see how this works. Like, I've never used a cushion bronzer before, So I might have to apply it with this and then go in with my bigger dual fiber and bronze it out or buff it out. I'm kind of nervous, guys. Oh my god, that's so pretty. That's like angelic. Okay, I want to use my bigger fluffy brush because the only problem with this brush, like I like this dual fiber brush. It's by Zoeva. It's the 125 stippling brush. I like it, but it's so, like, it's smaller, so it's more of a condensed blend, and I like more of a fluffy, wider, bigger blend. So I'm just going to use this one. Oh my god. So I'm pretty much just using it the same way I would use a powder product. This is so beautiful. Okay, in the viewfinder, like, it's looking a tiny bit muddy, but in person it doesn't look like that. Like, it's this beautiful, warm, bronzy shade. It's so nice. And it blends, like, so beautifully. So again, here's how it looks. It's the Sephora Eye Heart Cushion Bronzer, and this one is in the shade medium/tan. Okay, so I also recently got sent, all of the new custom enhancer drops from COVERGIRL. These are literally highlighting and bronzing liquids. Really cool. Now I know I've tried highlighting creams before. Like, I have the Shimmery Skin Perfector liquid, but that's more of like a creamy texture. These are literally liquid. The shade Sunlight is really, really nice for me. It's like a pretty, it's kind of similar to like an opal. It's like a nice golden warm, a little bit of cool in there. It's just a really beautiful shade, so I think I'm going to test that shade out. I did want to try the bronzers in this collection, but I really wanted to try out the Sephora Cushion Bronzer, so I went with that. And then maybe I will test out the bronzers in the enhancer drops in a different video. But for today, we're going to use Sunlight. I'm a little bit confused as to how I should apply this product. Maybe I'm just going to use the same brush I use when I use the Becca ones. So this is just in Morphe E20. And I'm gonna do one drop for now, and I'm gonna use my finger to like spread it around the brush, and let's see how this goes. Lord, holy, do you guys see that? Okay, I'm gonna quickly apply because I don't know if it's gonna dry. Like, I've never worked with this product before. I wish I had. Let me go grab my other beauty blender because this one's dirty with foundation. Okay, so this is a dry beauty blender because I don't have time to go and wet it. Although I really wish it was wet right now. But I don't have time to wet it. I'm afraid that it's gonna dry, which I will say it has. Like, as soon as you put it on, you wanna make sure you blend it right away. Like, you don't wanna wait. Holy. Hello, hi, my highlight is here. Like, I'm not even here at this point. It's my highlight stealing the show. Holy cow, that is beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna work on setting the face. Now I wanna use another bronzer to set the Sephora bronzer, even though I will say it's already set. Like, it's already dry. Like, you don't need to set this. Whoa. It just fell on the floor. I'm so excited for this video that I'm like all over the place today. Anyways, this bronzer does not need to be set. Like, it's already powdered down. Like, it dries to a full powder finish. But because I have this Guerlain bronzer that I'm really excited to try, I just want to try it, so we're gonna do that if I could get it open. Yeah, there we go. So I'm also going to pull out the new Tarte Exposed highlight that I just got in the mail because I want to set the highlight first so that no bronzer residue flicks on it and ruins the highlight. So this highlight looks gorgeous. Let's actually do like a first impression thing. Okay, so it's smooth. I was a little bit worried that the highlight would be the same texture as the blushes because I find that Tarte blushes are dry. Like, I like them, don't get me wrong, I like them. But the formula is definitely not creamy. They're more dry, so you kind of, like, they're not as pigmented, but I still do really like the formula. So this is the highlight right here. It's definitely more of a sheen, not like an intense highlight. Like, when you put it on the hand, there's not that much bam intensity, so, but I think it'll work well with the COVERGIRL one. So let's try this out. Whew. Yes. Do you guys see that? I'm pretty sure I'm blinding you right now. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm blinding you, and I'm just gonna like apologize in advance for like ruining your vision right now. But that is intense. And this is all, like, from what I can tell, this highlight is really pretty, but it's not like a bam intense one. What's doing all the work is that Cover FX highlighting drop. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some bronzer just because I have this one that I really want to try out with you guys too, even though, like I said, the Sephora one doesn't have to be set. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer in the shade 05. I mentioned this was super expensive, so I was telling you guys, if I don't love it, it's going right back to Sephora because this stuff was like 60 Canadian, I think, which is crazy. So I'm kind of nervous about the shade. Let's try it out. I should have listened to you guys. So a lot of you guys were telling me to be careful when you apply it because it is so pigmented. Should have listened to you guys. It's very pigmented, but it's nice. I like it. It's a little bit on like the red warm side, which I'm not crazy over, but I gotta try it out a couple times, especially on its own without the Sephora bronzer underneath. So here's how the Guerlain bronzer looks. It's really pretty. I really love how it looks. I just next time would put a little bit less on. I'm gonna try out this new Morphe loose powder in the shade Banana. I just got this in the mail like 2-3 days ago. They also came out with a translucent one, which I am going to try for the rest of my face. But first, I'm just going to take it in the cap and try it out underneath the eye. I'm gonna try and do this without getting it on the highlight because I don't want to like mattify my highlight. Okay, so that's pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference between this eye and this eye. It gave it a little bit of a brighten, which is nice, but I don't notice too much of a brighten, but I do notice that it set it really flawlessly. Like it's very finely milled almost. Like I don't notice any cakiness, which is nice because it's just more natural, flawless looking. So now let's try out the translucent one and see how this one works. I am going to just kind of set the areas that I applied the foundation. I should have done this before I applied the highlight everywhere else, but it's okay. First part I'm going to go in is this area. So finely melts, like it just melts into your face. Definitely the nose, like the side of the nose. I really like that translucent powder. It literally just like melts into your skin. That's how like fine it is. I figured I'm gonna try out this new blush that I hauled in my drugstore haul. This is Berry Amour from Milani. I already love their baked blushes, but this one I'm curious to see how this one looks on the face just because it has specks of like gold in it. Look how beautiful that is. So I'm curious to see just how it's going to look on the skin. So I'm gonna take, lately I've been applying like a little bit more blush on the cheeks and I've been liking how it looks because you guys were telling me how you like how my cheeks looks when it has a little bit more color. So thanks to you guys, I've been doing that. This is the E4. Just take a little bit because this stuff is really pigmented. Kind of nervous to apply this because I think I put too much. So I'm just gonna put this in between the highlight and the bronzer. Just to give a little bit of color. Really pretty, right? I typically don't like to apply blush last. I like to do it right after the bronzer, but yeah, I think I put a tiny bit too much on, but it's okay. Okay, so now onto the brows. I don't have any new brow product except for this powder brow liner from CoverGirl. I really want to try this out, but I'm going to use this more as like a finisher. So I'm still going to fill in my brows with the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown. Okay, so brows are on. Now we're going to try out this CoverGirl product. Like I said, this is like a brow powder, but in this like really cool stick form. And I did like a little swatch right here of it. It looks really cool. So we're going to go ahead and see how it works, but my brows are already filled in, so I'm just going to use this as like a topper. So I'm only going to apply it really lightly because I don't want to go from like natural brow to like super bold in like 2 seconds. So let's try this out. Oh, do you guys see how pigmented that is? Oh my god. So I don't think this is something that you could use as like a topper. I should have put this at the end of the brow first because now I have it at the front of the brow. So this would probably work better if you put it on the back of your hand and then you worked with it. But it blends out really nicely though. Like, you see how easy that blended, but I'm still gonna need to, because now it looks uneven. This would work better if you didn't have your brows already done, so it doesn't work as a topper. You would have to use this to do your brows, but I think this would work really nice to do your brows. So I'm just priming the eyelids with the Wet n Wild Photofocus primer. I actually tried that out in my recent full face first impressions, and I really have been loving it. Okay, so now we're ready to play with the Modern Renaissance palette. How gorgeous is this mauve color though? So excited. And I love this palette. I love that there's like all these pretty warm tones, but there's also some neutrals. There's also some pops of color. So excited. I don't even know what look I'm going to even go for. I don't know, but I think I'm just going to pop a bunch of warm tones and pinks and oranges on the eyes and hope for the best, hope that it works out. So let's just try. So first I'm gonna take Tempera right here and use that to set all over. So I'm gonna first just take Burnt Orange, this really beautiful warm kind of transition shade first, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Today's video is less about technique and like eye look and more just about trying the palette and how I like how the colors blend, how I like all of these shades in the palette together. So far these shades are really good quality. They're, you know, just standard Anastasia Amazing Eyeshadow quality. So next I'm going to take the shade Real Gar and take that orangey and just pop it into the crease. Like I said, I don't know what type of, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Pretty much I'm just working with it. A lot of the times with these full face first impressions, I wing the eye look because it's more just about trying the palette or these shadows and less about like creating a specific eye look that I thought of, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but it's this really beautiful magenta. And let's see how, or it's like a magenta burgundy cranberry shade. Let's see how this looks. Yes. I'm just going to pop that in the outer corner. I'm actually gonna put that fairly on like a good amount of my lid. Let's just do that. Because I am loving this shade right here. It's like this magenta cranberry. Next I'm gonna take Red Ochre right next to it and just pop that in the outer corner, sorry, and just kind of deepen everything up with it. So I'm pretty much gonna take these same shades and pop them on the lower lash line. I'm gonna do a super smoky lash line for today. Like, I'm gonna take it quite dramatic. We're not gonna shy away from the smokiness on the lower lash line today. So to brighten up this entire eye look, I'm gonna go ahead and take Primavera, which is like a really pretty golden shade. And I'm just going to wet my brush when I apply that. And I'm just gonna put that kind of floating from the inner corner. Are you guys not living for this right now? Some of you guys may not be keen on the red fuchsia eye, but I'm living for it right now. Trust me, once the lashes are on, it's gonna come to life. So that is the completed eye look. I don't think I'm going to do any wing liner for today because I don't want to cover up what's going on because I really like how it turned out. So I think I'm just going to go ahead, do the lashes. I'm going to apply some mascara and then put on some falsies. But before I do that, I want to try out the new Anastasia waterproof gel liner in the shade Dark Side, which is just a black. This also came in the package, so I'm excited to test this out. Oh, nice. It's pigmented. I always have a problem with liners because I do have such watery eyes, but this is actually really pigmented. It's going on nicely. Okay, so now that the eyes are complete, we're moving on to the lips. Now, I only have 3 new lip products to choose from. In the Tarte package, they actually sent over their new matte Lippie lingeries, which I'm really excited for. I've actually been wanting to try these out. I have the shade Bear and Whisper. So what I'm going to do is swatch them. So here is Whisper and Bear. I think I'm going to use Whisper. Maybe I'll mix both, but I think for now I'm going to try Whisper and see how I like the formula. Yeah, Whisper is nice with this look because it whispers. It's just very toned down since this eye look is crazy. Oh my god, it's so smooth. So they have a minty scent, but it's not too strong, which I like. So these are nice. They're more of like a creamy natural matte and definitely not like a flat, totally, completely matte. But they're really soft and smooth and nice, which I really enjoy. So that is pretty much it. That completes this video. I hope you guys liked how the look turned out. I'm actually really digging the eye look. I know it's kind of out there with the red, pink, orangey tone, but I really like it. Something different. And I pretty much, oh my god, I'm just realizing I loved every single product that I tried. I didn't have any disappointment, which is rare. Usually there's always like 1 or 2 products that kind of I didn't like how it turned out, but I actually loved everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Like, thumbs up for more full face first impressions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.